How do you improve your English listening skills? Well, if you wanted to get better at running, how do you get better at running? If you wanted to learn more about history, how do you learn more about history? Well, you do it more often. You run more often. You study history more often. You listen to English more often. And that is what we are doing here. Just 5 minutes every single day. At least then you can be productive. If you don't manage to do any other English studying, English practice, you can at least say you have done 5 minutes of solid English listening practice. Today's topic is British landmarks. So there are many, many British landmarks. I even had a quick look on the internet and there are loads and loads and loads and loads. A lot of them are in London, but not all of them. So I guess we can talk about the obvious ones first, like Big Ben, the London Eye, Buckingham Palace. All of those are pretty cool. I think when you have seen something like that on the internet, you've seen so many photos of them, and you associate them with a certain place. Like when you think of London, many people think of Big Ben and the London Eye. To actually see it in person is very, very cool. And Buckingham Palace as well. There's a big, long, massive road going up to it. So it's quite a cool place. And it's very busy as well. There are lots of tourists coming to look and take photos. But it's cool. They're cool places to visit. But what about some that are maybe a little bit less common or less famous? There's Stonehenge, which is very, very famous. I think, if I'm not wrong, it is one of the World Heritage Sites. But don't quote me on that. Now, Stonehenge, I've never been to Stonehenge. I've never walked up to it and explored it properly. But one thing that many, many people don't realize is that there is a main road that basically just goes next to Stonehenge, that goes right past it. So I've seen it quite a few times, and it's really, really annoying because the road only has a single lane of traffic on either side, and everybody sees Stonehenge and slows down so that they can look at it. So then the traffic is just a nightmare in both directions. So I've driven past, I've seen Stonehenge, and it's kind of underwhelming for that reason. I think because you don't expect it to be there, and you see, oh, there's Stonehenge, some big rocks. So maybe one day I will go and appreciate it properly. But for right now, when I think about Stonehenge, I think about being stuck in traffic, which is not very nice. Another one is Land's End. I don't know if this actually counts as a landmark, but Land's End marks the end of the land. So I'm calling that a landmark. So basically in Cornwall, at the very bottom of Cornwall, in the very southwest, there is a famous signpost with, I guess, directions, arrows, signs pointing to different places around the world, and it has the distance in miles to those places, and it's quite cool. It's very cool. It's very beautiful as well. So if you are ever in the UK and you have a lot of time and you want to explore somewhere that's beautiful and escape from the city, then that is one place that I would recommend. The Roman baths in the city of Bath is another one. There are there's a whole tour and a route that you can do and learn all about the history, and that is a very, very cool one that I would recommend as well. Bath is a very beautiful city with a lot of history and a lot of culture, so I would recommend visiting that one. My girlfriend wanted me to talk about some lights in Blackpool as well. You have the Blackpool Illuminations, which isn't really a landmark, I guess, but it's something we went and looked at, and it was pretty cool. Let me have a look on my laptop in front of me. What other things are there? Tower of London, Tower Bridge, St. Paul's Cathedral. Wow, there are so many things. Lots of castles. Lots and lots of castles. Oh, there's Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, which you will recognise. It looks like steps, and it's all rocks in the cliff, and that looks very, very cool. In Dover, there are white cliffs, also the Seven Sisters, which is basically just different cliffs, and the cliffs are white, which is very, very cool. It's all the material, all the chalk, it's called. That's what the cliffs are made of. That's why it's white. Very, very beautiful. And yeah, there are so much, like so many things, so much things like Durdle Door. That's a very beautiful one on the south coast. But I will let you guys explore this for yourself because there is so much to explore outside of London in the UK. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And I will see you back here tomorrow. tomorrow.